I think the true mystery here, my dear viewers, is how do I feel about this film? Now that's a perplexing puzzle. Hey guys, the Black Critic Guy, and I'm here today to review the film Murder on the Orient Express. Let's delve into the mystery. So Murder on the Orient Express follows Hercule Poirot, who's considered to be the world's greatest detective in this world, and on his way back to London riding the Orient Express, a murder occurs. Obviously, that's the title of the freaking movie, and from here, Hercule must solve, arguably, his toughest case yet. Now this film undoubtedly is a remake of the 1974 film of the same name, as well as being based off the book by Agatha Christie, who's widely considered to be one of the greatest mystery writers of all time. And when I first saw the trailer, despite the use of Imagine Dragons, I'm sure you got a kick out of that, didn't you, real school? Wink wink. I thought the trailer looked interesting. I was a bit hesitant to see the film because you all know how I feel about remakes these days. But it had a pretty solid cast, it had a pretty good director in Kenneth Branagh, and overall I was just pretty much intrigued. I wanted to see how this film would turn out. Now, I want to let you guys know I never saw the original, I never looked into this film, I know nothing about the mystery, so I went in completely blind, ready to see how the story was going to unfold. I've been dying to see a really good, really solid mystery film. Hell, I've been dying for a good mystery story. So I went in with some pretty big expectations. I won't say like the biggest, but I was really looking forward to it. And after watching Murder on the Orient Express, what do I think about it? I have never been this perplexed on my feelings for a film in a very long time. As I sit here right now doing this review, I still don't clearly know how to feel about this film. I find myself betwixt with liking the film and finding it disappointing. And that's not to say that this was a badly made film. It's a solidly made film. The direction is sound, the camera work is good, the writing is solid, the characters, you know, they're hit or miss. Some of them I really liked, others I didn't care for. The acting is great, everybody does well with their performances. I did not find a weak performance in the bunch. You could argue maybe Michelle Pfeiffer, but considering what her character is, it made sense why her performance felt that way. Again, the performances were great. And I will say, out of all the characters in the film, the best character is the main character, the one we follow, Hercule Poirot, the detective. And I would even argue that the main story of this film isn't the murder mystery, it's actually Hercule's character arc, which in my opinion is the best thing about this film. His character arc. Because the character starts off seeing the world as black and white. He says as much to a character at the beginning of this film, that he sees the world in black and white, and that's how he's able to solve all of these mysteries. But then he gets a case that has a lot of, as they put it, little gray cells. The true challenge that Hercule faced wasn't solving the murder, it was battling with his own morality, principles, and entire outlook on life. That right there is the true heart of this story, and in my opinion, its most fascinating element. Hell, it was downright brilliant and very well executed. It will leave you torn as to how to feel about the film's conclusion. And with that said, that leads to why I feel so torn about this film. The big reveal at the very end. Now, I'm not going to give away what the reveal is, but let me just say that the reveal is very much similar to the big reveal in The Hateful Eight. And I really did not like the big reveal in The Hateful Eight. In fact, that was one of my biggest problems with the film, is that it made it too damn obvious and it felt like a cop-out. The same thing applies here. But the trouble is that it is faithful to the original novel. That is how it happened in the novel. But I still do not like it because I still feel like it's a cop-out. And from that big reveal, my entire outlook of the film drastically changed and began to unravel. I started questioning a lot of things, like the film's narrative and the characters' motivations. And again, I just found it to be so underwhelming and dissatisfying, especially since I called it 20 minutes before the big reveal even came. And I said to myself, if that is the big reveal, I'm gonna be upset because I do not like that reveal. And then it ended up being that particular reveal, and I sat back in my chair like, no, that's exactly the reveal I did not want it to be, and it was. And so I'm just like, I don't know how to feel, guys. I really don't, because it is well executed. I got the point of the reveal. I got the intention of the film, but it still leaves a weird taste in my mouth that leaves me kind of Twitter-pated. I don't know how to feel. It's not a terrible film, but it's not a great film either. I'm just stuck in the middle somewhere. I'm lost in limbo about how to feel about this film. I mean, there are some genuine problems with it. There are some characters that don't get enough development and aren't that interesting. Like, the missionary girl played by Penelope Cruz, I just didn't care much for her. The one character Willem Dafoe plays also wasn't that interesting. There was one Hispanic guy, don't even remember his name, don't even know if he had that many scenes, I didn't care for him. The film is very slow, the pace is very slow, and it really it takes a long time for it to get to the main plot, which is what a good mystery story should do, because it has to build characters and all that stuff. But even in that time where it's building up to the main story, they don't really give you a lot of good character interactions. You don't really get to learn about the characters, which makes sense because you're not supposed to know anything about them. You learn about them as the mystery gets solved. Again, see, I get this film, guys. I truly understand this film inside and out, but as for how I feel about it, it's as blurred as the lines in this film. It's as gray as the story itself. I don't know if that was the film's intention or not, but I'm at a loss of words, guys. I don't know how to feel. I guess that's how I'm gonna put it. This film is just, it's okay. That's my middle of the road type grade. If I really don't know how to feel about something, I'm like, well, it's okay. It's just not all that great. It's not all that terrible. It's just, But as always, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not the end-all, be-all opinion when it comes to Murder on the Orient Express. I would love to know what you guys thought of the film. In fact, this might be the one time that I truly want to know how other people took the film. What was your experience like with Murder on the Orient Express? Did you love it to death? Do you think it's one of the best murder mystery films of all time? Did you find it really mediocre, boring, and you solved it immediately? Did you see the original? Did you read the book? And were you as torn as I was by the big reveal? Did it also kind of tarnish your feelings on the movie? Comment below, let me know. I am very curious to hear what you guys have to say. And stay tuned, I will hopefully have 2 anime reviews next week, maybe a top 10, and I am in the process of working and completing BCG Disney Week, so get excited for that. And I want to take this time to thank all of the people who donated to my Patreon account, and if you would like to help support this channel, keep it afloat, make sure that I can shoot out these videos, consider donating to my Patreon. Link is in the description. And as always, guys, if you'd like to see more videos of the channel, be a part of the Black Critic crew, please hit that subscribe button below, like this video if you really enjoyed it, and I'm Tony II, the Master Sleuth, known as the Black Critic Guy. Till then, peace, YouTube!
Yes.